Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be setting up our face planners for the month of August. I've got some pens and markers here ready to use, as well as some washi tape that I may use as well, and some sticker books which I'll probably pull from. Okay, so this month I've decided to do this prayer calendar I got off of Pinterest. I'll remember to link it down below in the description if you guys want to join in. But basically the theme here is just praying every day for different items, including using a method called ACTS, which stands for A, adore, C, confess, T, thanks, and S, supplications. And the supplications are broken out as well for your spouse, your kids, and for those around you. I don't have any kids, so I'm not going to be doing the kids portion, but I will be doing the others as well as just, peppering in some gratitude each day. So I'm doing a little bit of a modification on this, but basically the same format. The items at the top start going down from the names of Jesus are in blue. It also has sins that you can confess below that. Then it goes into your spouse in red, what to pray for them. Your kids are in green, and then the others around you are in purple. And those are the 5 items that she has listed on her prayer calendar. So like I said, I'll be using that as a guide. I may be doing a bit of a modification, but for the most part, that's what I'll follow for the month. But I just really wanted to do more of a prayer-based challenge for the month. I kind of feel like I need a little bit more focus on my prayer, so I just kind of want to dial that in, and I really enjoyed the one I did last year, so I thought that this would be a nice way to revisit that. So right now I'm going into these sticker books that I pulled, and I'm pretty confident I want to use these pink and green flowers here that I have on the right, but the other books that I pulled, I feel like they don't quite give me the options that I had thought they did. I don't know why I pulled them. As a matter of fact, the things that I thought I would use from there for my faith planner are really just things I wouldn't, like box stickers or more like headers and things. Just didn't really match up with how I use my faith planner. So I'm not sure why I pulled those books. So anyway, I'm going to go into my stash and see if I can find some other options that will match up with these colors. I definitely want to stick with this pink and green color scheme, but there is a fair amount of black also too on those florals, so maybe I'll be able to pull that in a bit more as well. And that's why I've pulled out the Modern Farmhouse sticker book, as well as the Farmhouse sticker book, just to see if there's anything that I really liked from those two that I thought could be pulled in. I also thought about the Wild styled sticker book, and that one has a lot of black quotes as well as some nice mild pink tones, so maybe I can pull some things in from there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting in some items here on those empty top boxes. Since I'm going to be filling out each day with the prompts at some point, I won't do that all on camera, but I'll at least do a sample so you guys can see what I'm going to plan on doing. But anyway, so I need all of that space each day, so I can't really have too much on the spread itself aside from the empty boxes for the beginning and the end of the month. So I'm just looking for some items here to pull in. Really looking for quotes or things in the right color scheme, as well as maybe some florals. I saw that there was that nice pink floral that is, I think, going to be part of the scheme. I think what I'm going to do is pull in these black and white florals from this book to kind of give me more options for the flowers throughout the entire month's worth of spreads. I only have about a page and a half of these pink and green florals, which would normally be plenty, but because I'm doing 5 weekly spreads as well as 1 monthly spread, I'm a little worried I'm going to run out. So I'm going to bring in the black florals, I think, just to help round things out. I also have pulled this washi tape that I got from Daiso recently. Daiso is like a Japanese dollar store. It's just a bunch of different tones of washi, which I pulled this pink and green because they were a pretty good match to the florals, and I thought I'd pull that washi tape in as another element of decor. I think that will do for now. I'm going to go ahead and start actually pinning in the headers I penciled in earlier. This header here, it says Acts, and then it says prayer calendar based off of what I had printed out. I think I'll just do that with my Arteza Twim markers, which I really love the fine tip on those. And then it has the brush tip on the opposite side, which I'm going to go ahead and use to write in a prayer calendar here. And I'll use these 2 colors throughout the month as well in my lettering section in the weekly. I use my weeklies for lettering the verse of the day, and I like to stick to a 2-color theme plus black, which is usually a, it's kind of like another grounding color. So this should work well. Everything should be well coordinated this month. I'm going to go ahead and pin in the first day so you can see. I'm just going to use my normal or handwriting, and even though I penciled it in, I still ran out of room at 4th line there. I kind of got tight on the edge. So hopefully I'll do a better job as I go through, but I just kind of wanted to get that down so you would see how I was going to pin it in. And I think what I'll do is I'll do black and pink on the even days and black and green on the odd days. And I'm just going to go ahead and drop in this washi tape here, kind of give a little border to define that empty space up there. And then I'm going to drop in this quote. And then I have that little extra piece pop in, as well as the pink floral I decided to move up there. It says bloom, and this happy kind of arched quote. And then I'm just trimming up the washi with my precision cutter, which is a really awesome little tool. Highly recommend that. That, as well as all of the items I'm using here on the actual spread, the washi, the stickers, all of that will be linked down below in the description if you're looking for something in particular, as well as the paper I use and the layout, which is from my shop, my Etsy shop. It is an insert called the Quadrant layout, and I'm using it in a Happy Planner classic size here for my lettering. So the first box says this week, and since I really just don't have a need for this box the way that I'm using this planner, I use that mainly for decor. So I'm going to go ahead and start to map out how this might look. And like I said, I have about a page and a half of these florals, but I have 5 spreads, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to distribute them amongst the 5 spreads. To save myself some time, what I decided to do is just kind of map them all out here on the wax paper using this one spread as a template, but basically I'm mapping out all 5 spreads here in general and just kind of seeing what I have. I was trying to see how they would look, how many flowers I need for each, so that I can get a better idea of if I'm going to be short or what I need to add in. And like I said, I want to bring in those black and white florals there. And I need to find some quotes still for those areas. I think I just need something there to kind of fill that space. And it took me a little while to find something I was really happy with. I did want it to kind of tie in with the faith-based theme, even though a lot of these quotes are just fairly generic in theme. So I'm trying to find the ones I feel best fit both the space and the message. And like I said, I'm going to try and map out all 5 here on just this one spread at once and then distribute that on each week. And I'm using wax paper on top of the page in case this is new or the first time you've seen a video like this. So the wax paper just kind of allows you to move the stickers around a lot easier and still see through it so that you can get an idea of how it's going to lay down on your spread. So I use that pretty religiously in the planning part of my decor. Now just trying to figure out how to lay this guy in on the first spread. Try to reuse all of the trimmings that I can. It's another thing that I do pretty religiously. And I want to bring in this washi as another decor item. So maybe not last week or the week before, I decided to do a washi theme, and I did a nice little like crisscross corner on that spread. So I'm going to bring that in again here. I think it's just a nice way to add some pattern and some texture without taking up too much space on the spread itself and giving it more of a decor feel versus just like a line of washi. So that's what I'm doing here, and just trying to figure out some different combinations of washi to make it look cute and fun. I've pulled in another washi from the Wrong collection I had from the Happy Planner. It actually has text on it, and I'm going to use that just because it's nice, a subtle black and white. And I think that works well with this theme. And since I've mapped out all 5 of those this week decor corners, I realize I have enough florals left over to do some more. And I like to kind of use up all the florals in a specific style when I can. There was enough here to do another spread with those florals, but since there's so many pages, I figured it would be nice to have more of the color and the florals here on the actual spread. So I'm going to try to use them all up in this video, basically, for the month of April in my faith planner. But to do that, I kind of also feel like I need to add in, again, some of those black and white florals to help balance things out and also fill up the space. So I'm going to start just kind of laying things out. I'm trying to do a triangular balance on each spread so you can kind of see the upper corner, the left upper, and then the lower center, and using that to balance out the design on the spread. I just put my little cutting mat behind there so I could easily separate the pages with my precision cutter again. now we're on to the next spread, and like I said, I have each of those upper boxes already ready to go. So I'm just going to move over one of the options and again save the trimmings. I would have preferred to have all clear black quotes, but I definitely didn't have the options that I needed to fill that out. So this box sticker and the other one I use that's mainly black and white will just have to do. But again, I would have preferred to have like large black clear quotes for this. And just for a little bit of variety, I'm going to go ahead and add in this dot pattern washi instead of the word wrong washi I had on the other one. Just again, add a little bit of pattern. And I want those box stickers to be separated by a week. So it's going to go clear quote, box sticker, clear quote, box sticker. It's just, again, something that I like to do. It's a balance thing, and I don't know, I just like it that way. So I'm putting in this washi over here, and I'm trying to vary from spread to spread what colors I'm putting where and what patterns I'm using. So I do keep checking the spread before just to see what I used on the previous spread, and I'm using that as a guide to switch things up each time. And actually the washi in the corner is a great way to mix things up without taking up too much space. I know that the option that I'm doing here in the center and the bottom is going to be a bit space constricting. I tend not to do that on my lettering spreads, but decided to do it here just for the fact of decor and being, you know, something nice to look at. This is my 4th month using brush lettering, so I'm a little more comfortable with the sizing of my brush lettering, so I can make adjustments a lot easier now than I could in the very beginning. So I am allowing myself a little bit more leeway there with the center, taking up more space on the actual writing area. And I'm also trying to get this corner to look right. I really felt like it needed 3 options, and the ones that I had there before were not working, so I did some finagling and figured out something I could live with, and that felt right. And now we're back to the washi corner, again mixing it up each time. I didn't cut the dot grid on this one so that I could just lay over the green on it, and I think that looked fine. Finally, the last spread I have here, just going to pull this in with some florals. And again, more washi. I really like having everything set up in the beginning here on my faith planner. It's something I got used to last year with the monthly layout that I was using. It just made more sense with the way that one was designed to do it all at once for the month. I kind of got used to that. So it is nice to have everything all set up ahead of time and not have to worry from week to week what the design's going to be. However, it does take a bit more time to set up, as you can see. So hopefully you guys are in it with me here and sticking through it with all 5, because they're all similar but not exactly the same. So hopefully it isn't too repetitive. And then, like I said, I wanted to fill in a little bit more on the center, so I am trying to come up with a little floral arrangement there at the bottom. I'm going to do the same thing I did before, where I'm just going to reuse the same wax paper and just lay out different spreads, center decor on that same wax paper, just to make things a little bit easier. I'm also cutting up some of these to kind of fit them better together so that they look a little bit more happy and cohesive. And decided to just go ahead and start moving things over right now. Everything's kind of a hot mess right now with all of these spreads and washies and sticker books and wax paper and tools and pens. Everything's like all over the place, so having a hard time just feeling organized here as I'm making things happen. And this nice large one, I'm just trying to see which spread it tends to look the best with. So finally decided on this guy. I felt like it was a good match for it. And again, same process, kind of separating the pages and trimming out the edges. At the end, I'll need to clean out all of the holes, but I'm going to go ahead and do that at the end, because if I clean out one and then I'm going to put stickers right back on top of it on the flip side of it, so it just makes more sense to do it all at once when everything is on the page. And I feel like I can't see all of the stickers at once because they're separated in the sticker book. So I'm just going to move them all over here onto this one sticker page, since there's not too much. There's enough to fit there. So it just makes it easier without having to try to flip back and forth to see what I have left. This one's feeling a little bit weird, so just trying to make it all fit together and feel like it's meant to be. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one in half, like I said I've been doing, and then trim it out as well. And then I'll just save that trimming till the end, so I can kind of see everything together and see where I might need a little bit of extra. And then I've got this nice big flower, but again, trying to not take up too much space, specifically at the bottom, crocheting on those 2 days. So let's see how I can make that work. And I changed it out for this smaller little floral cluster. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I missed. And I like these two together. Just needed to trim a little bit here. I also try to work around the holes as much as I can, because I know I'm going to be cutting that part of it out. So I want the flowers to be as, less cut off as possible so you can see them. So I do try to work around those when I can. Same process, cut and trim. And now, since I have a few more left over, I'm going to see where I can add those guys in. And I like that little addition of florals here in this corner. And I would like to have put in more washi, but I just didn't see a good place for it on that spread. And here, this one feels a little off balance, so I'm going to go ahead and add in another sticker up here. And keep the trimmings. Yeah, I think I could put some more here on this guy. Maybe even down here at the bottom. I do like to use all the pieces. I feel like this one could use a bit more of that pink. I didn't like that overlap, so I'm going to try to remove this little part of the sticker and then pull that in. And I feel like I want a little bit more pink right next to the black and white flower. And I am surprised. I was able to use that sticker 3 times, which usually doesn't happen when I trim it. Usually I get 2 at most. So that was nice. And I thought this would be a really great place to have this little like lily shaped floral that I have left over down here on the monthly. But I was really trying to work in this black and white floral as well. They really just weren't getting along. And in the end, I really felt like the pink was a better choice than the black and white. Even though I don't have any of the black and white florals here on the spread, I just like the simplicity of that little floral down there at the corner. Just looking through everything, trying to use any little bits and scraps I can, again, just to fill out the spread. And now into the fun part, the cutting of all of those holes I talked about, cleaning those out. And that's going to take a bit. I had thought about using my punch. I had bought a Crocodile power punch that's like a disc punch back in either October or November. I thought about using it here, but it's a little bit tricky when the paper is thinner, especially with stickers. So I decided just to do it the old-fashioned way with, a hand tool, but that might have worked here. I thought about grouping all the pages together and trying to do it all at once to give a little bit more like stability and sturdiness as it punched through the pages. But I don't know, I was chicken. I didn't want to fight with it in case it didn't work out like I'd planned, so I decided against it. I really do like that punch, but I haven't had many reasons to use it so far, aside from, just cutting heavy cardstock. I'm not real sure if it was that smart of a purchase for me, at least at this time. It'll probably be worth it more as I do more DIY stuff for my planner, but right now It's just kind of sitting in the drawer. And basically, once I get all of these holes cleaned out, we will be done, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye!